All of you. I said this doesn't concern you.
Oh, are we wrong?
What's up, Street Fighters? Welcome back to 3rd Street Reactions. I'm Tom.
I'm Malachi.
Shane.
We are back with Invincible Season 3, Episode 2. Guys, go watch our post-talk from the season opener.
Yeah.
The last one that we watched. It was really, really good.
It was a good talk.
It was a good talk, and it kind of ended with Mark and Cecil having kind of a disagreement over Darkwing and some of the other robots and everything that they encountered when they were fighting Seismic. Mm-hmm. And Seismic is absolutely hilarious.
He's hilarious. Go check out that talk. It's actually a funny talk. I agree with Cecil as of now, but if it reveals that Cecil later is lying and he's an asshole and he's evil, or he's like he's like experimenting on children, draining their blood or something like that,
right?
Mm-hmm. Then I'll go to say, all right, Cecil, I don't know if we should lose our humanity to save the world if we're doing this. You know what I mean?
Right.
But reforming people, I'm all about reformation, actually, just like Martin Luther King's Protestant Reformation. Mm-hmm. But no, I'm all for the reforming. But if those guys make a mistake, I don't believe in third chances. So
Yeah.
you get a second chance, not third chance.
That's what the guy said in Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I said it. So
Indian guy.
yeah. Anyways, and we'll also see if the prison food gets any better for Alan and Nolan.
Poor Alan.
Guys, before we jump in, if you want to support it, check us out on Patreon to see full-length uncut reactions to this and all that we do. And I'm going to be posting things on Patreon first before YouTube. So we're not going to have 4 weeks early access for the show, but they're probably going to hit YouTube first. Anyways, leave a comment down below. Let's jump in.
Fresh fish here. Come and get your fresh fish.
Fresh fish!
We catch 'em, you buy 'em.
Hey.
Is that like a blonde? Oh, and yeah, it's him. Cecil in disguise here? Or is this when he was younger?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Namaste, friend. How can I help you find inner peace today?
Thanks for asking, but I think it's a little late for that. Get out, all of you. Now!
I think this is a flashback. I think you're right, Tom.
When he had his full head of hair.
This is Stedman. Nothing here. Tip was a bust. Repeat. Tip was a bust.
You know there's something going to be in that. Nope.
It's kryptonite.
Shit. Namaste my ass, bitch.
You found us.
Oh.
But you found us too late.
This place will be swarming with agents in minutes.
Nah, you gave the all clear.
Oh, Harley Quinn type.
That sucks. Oh, hear that rib crack? Why didn't you just shoot first?
I don't get it. You're gonna set that thing off? Kill thousands? What for?
Someone like you could never see the beauty in it.
Massacre. Massacre?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Thousands?
Most of the city will die. But the survivors will inherit a new world. Not to be wasted.
Oh.
Revolution.
Oh, he's right there. He's gonna grab it.
You don't know people.
Look, it's funny. He's saying I don't have enough
You have
faith.
flashbacks?
Yeah, he's saying I don't have enough faith that people would become better and change.
Oh, PTSD there, Tom.
Seems I returned just in
Oh,
time.
yeah, this guy's kind of a badass.
Jeez.
You and your nightmare
They
state.
look like WWF wrestlers.
I knew who you were the minute I walked in. Tip was a bust my ass. It was code.
Life on this plane is only a distraction.
Oh, shit.
Wait! Don't! No!
Oh, gosh.
Isn't it usually a timer?
Well. That's how his face gets messed up or something. Dude, that.
Help him, quick!
What a fucked up situation, dude. And what a hero.
How many did we lose?
We would have lost thousands if it wasn't for you.
That answered my question.
17.
Oh, God. This sucks.
A fraction of what it would have been. We won, Cecil.
Ask the families of the 17 if they agree.
Glad to see the artificial skin took, by the way. Except I'm gonna need my money back. They missed a spot.
It was all that was left of my real skin. They wanted to replace it, but I wouldn't let them.
Oh.
It's a reminder that I messed up.
So, that was awesome.
That was a really cool.
Leave me, Steven. That's an order.
We're almost to the safe room.
Not leaving the party early, are we?
Oh.
It's okay. They work for us now.
They're insane.
They were. I fixed them.
I figured their asses would have been dead, too.
Yeah, they were inside.
They got pushed in there. That was great.
Director,
They should be in prison.
They just saved our lives.
Then let me express my gratitude.
That's...
I don't work with criminals. Not even if they're...
So.
But they're not invincible. That didn't work there. Are you went to jail for it?
Delicious.
So why they put him in there with the guy who eats people? That makes sense.
That's ridiculous.
Like Arkham Asylum. Bunch of crazy nut jobs. I want my own room.
Look, his last cellmate left in a bucket.
That's ridiculous. So you're telling me they're not going to reform him? He's a big...
Boss, you got a visitor.
He's running the place now, huh? But how would he get in that position? You know? I don't care how badass your attitude is.
Right.
Why are you here, Radcliffe?
Do you mind?
I just run to high school, me and Tom. I'd look at Tom. Yeah.
Director, moving over to a new special projects group.
I don't care.
Does it make him?
I want you to replace me.
No wonder they want you out.
There were 3 deaths a week in this place before you got here. 3 years later,
You have no
Jeez.
idea what I've had to do to make it this way.
a few people had to pay the price, but the math works out. This place was your rehabilitation,
Okay.
and now it's over. If you take the job.
No.
I can't force you to see things how they really are. But here's what you still don't understand. You can be the good guy, or the guy who saves the world. You can't be both.
Alright, so maybe he's not the good guy now.
Was right.
It's my job to defend the planet from threats. Don't make me put you in that category, Mark.
Why are they like doing this? I mean, come on.
He would kick the shit out of them.
Darkwing and Sinclair don't have your abilities.
Abilities I only use to help people.
Who are you helping right now?
He's taking it too serious.
You see things one way and you won't make room for any other viewpoint. You threaten people who disagree with you.
I don't threaten. You think you can shut me up?
Mark?
That's... Now you've crossed the line.
Why is it red?
Because they used cadavers.
Cadavers.
You think people here don't know what we do? Just stand down and we can talk this over.
That's disgusting, dude. How many are there? That was like it broke the sound barrier.
Is that all you got?
Why did you have to ask that, kid?
I would just say, hey, I'm standing down. Let's talk.
Mark, I don't want to hurt you.
I'm not the one who's gonna get hurt.
You said you don't do threats.
Yeah? Well, people change.
Remember that giant lobster you tangled with in Atlantis? I had the lab boys recreate the sound it made. Turns out we can transmit it to your earpiece. Not that earpiece, the one too deep to reach. So be reasonable, Mark. Go home.
We are so far past reasonable.
Dude, Cecil's being so reasonable letting him leave. I mean, they can't contain him.
Right.
He has no
Apart
kryptonite.
from causing you pain, the sound also messes up your inner ear.
You put a weapon inside me?
With what you can do, and after what your dad put us through, you're goddamn right I did. I hoped I'd never have to use it, but...
You said I wasn't my dad. Did you even believe?
But here you are.
Right.
Mark, and I still do, so stop being stupid and just... come back here. Track him.
Prison? Oh, he just doesn't want to keep doing it.
I don't want to bring him down if I don't know where he's going to hit. Shit. We can't have them involved.
Where they at? Canada?
You going into the globe, maybe?
I think we all need a drink after that.
Oh, they got-
You gonna add a shirt to those pants?
I don't know. Are you gonna... Oh, wait. That's the old me. The new me takes your feedback. Holy shit!
Ark? Rudy, there's a thing in my head. You gotta get it out before Cecil finds me.
Cecil?
Dude, I think you're being crazy.
Everyone step back. This has nothing to do with you.
He's trying to kill me.
What?
For fuck's sake, I'm not trying to kill the kid. But he needs to come with me.
Cecil's working with murderers. You all saw it.
We're not having this argument here.
I'd like to hear what Invincible has to say.
This isn't a democracy, Bulletproof. You're
These names.
Don't be so goddamn dramatic.
I'm not going.
I wasn't asking.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
This
What the
makes
hell?
me feel...
I just wouldn't want to shit myself in public.
Stop it!
All of you, I said this doesn't concern you.
Hell, it doesn't.
Oh. Are we wrong here?
Yep, you're wrong.
Maybe we are.
Am I thinking like...
All of you sit the fuck down. Now. Grab him. We're leaving.
Fuck this!
Is he still going for that ear pain? Jeez. You gonna get big inside of it?
Yep.
How is she not bloody at all? He's... Oh.
Oh, they can have the chick go in his ear and pull it out, right?
Rex, no.
God damn it, Rex!
Why didn't that work?
It had a dead man switch. With the control destroyed, it can't be turned off. I'm attempting to block the frequency.
This is how you go death.
This just got way out of hand, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Teamwork, baby. He's gonna crash out. He's about to...
Frequency blocked.
That's what his dad... That's what his dad did that same exact place.
I'd be pissed too, but I think Mark was being... I don't know. I feel like he should at least had a conversation. This is just like that end of the pilot of the first season.
You arrogant little asshole. Everywhere you go, destruction follows.
Well...
Because of your ego. You're a hypocrite, waltzing off to help your mass-murdering dad. But God forbid anyone else screws up and then tries to make good. Don't you ever threaten me again.
Oh, Mark.
We're done. And if you ever come near my family again, I will kill you. Get this fucking thing out of my head. Now.
Yes.
I just kind of hate how this went down.
Yeah,
He promised me he'd protect you. After everything that happened with Nolan, he looked me in the eye and he promised.
Dude.
We all trusted Cecil more than we should have.
I think Mark, now it's a shit show, but I think he started being unreasonable sooner and a lot worse than Cecil did.
If he went this far, who knows what he'll do next?
I can fight him. I'd kick his ass. Well, why didn't you kill him already? Then you wouldn't have to worry.
Oliver. We don't kill.
But you just said you'd kill Cecil if
I had to make sure he took me seriously.
We don't kill people. Not in this family, never.
Okay.
Oh, huh?
Oh, God.
I was right. Sadistic little minds.
I think kids just see the world more simply.
Mom said you'd train me.
Training and helping are two different things. Mark didn't get his powers until he was 17. He got to be a normal kid first and get down from there.
You're just flying around. I would. Yeah.
I'll fly away from you.
I've known Cecil since I was 14, the first GDA guy who wasn't a total dick. So I thought.
Yeah,
Why
I don't
the
think he
hell
was
would
being
he
a dick.
do this?
He was scared of me. Of what I could become, I guess.
That's such bullshit. I know you. You don't hurt people if you can help it.
That's me. Mr. Self-Control.
But?
Cecil was right about Angstrom, though. I didn't mean to kill him, but I did.
Cecil was trying to get under your skin.
You don't know the details. You know what I mean? They're hearing his side of the story.
I know things are weird between us right now, but it means everything that you're here.
Don't say the first part.
I just thought
Yeah, you're right.
And I was worried about you.
What we were talking about earlier,
Mark,
before Doc Seismic, what I said.
What is wrong with you?
If you really think I'd ask you out just because some future version of you told me to,
No, it's not just that. It was humiliating. The future me is almost 40 years old and she's still heartbroken over something that never happened 2 decades earlier. That's who I end up becoming?
Not a romantic.
I thought you were amazing. Like, right away. But you were with Rex, so I pushed those feelings down.
You gotta go.
What I felt for you never totally went away.
A high school crush isn't enough, Mark.
That's not fair. You know it's more than that.
I don't know. I need to think about this. We both do.
That ain't good.
I'll always have your back, Mark.
That's still a cool scene, though.
I mean, who cares about the motivations? I like you, you like me. Let's try it. Right?
Shouldn't there be a cleanup crew for this?
What do you think Immortal would do if he was there?
That is Immortal, isn't it?
I know, but what do you think he would do if they were fighting?
I mean, he's the most powerful guy in the group besides Invincible.
Cecil spent millions to put me back together. Then his dead monsters tried to rip us apart. What even are we to him?
Oh, that's not what happened.
Useful until we're not.
Cry me a river. You'll feel better after some honest work.
Yeah.
Sounds like Cecil went too far. But Invincible made him do it when he broke into the Pentagon and started tearing shit up.
What exactly was he supposed to think it through? When Cecil was frying his brain or when the Frankenbots were killing him?
Mark faced consequences for once. Good. Cecil's always gone soft on him.
All he had to do was follow orders. Like we all do.
But I've seen most of you not follow orders.
Do you even remember how badly you wanted to be a Guardian? How hard we all worked to be here? I died for this. And you'll die again and again. Don't lecture me, Ray. I went through just as much as you and Rex. There's only one of me. I can't go hide a backup copy of myself away like you can. I also didn't fall apart the minute I got hurt.
That's too far, Kate.
How dare you? Just stop acting like you're the only one who almost died. I had just as close a call as you did.
This isn't about you, Kate. It's about Cecil. So I suppose it was necessary to put a bomb in Mark's head?
Wasn't a bomb.
He just proved it was. Now get back to work.
This is bullshit, and we don't have to put up with it.
Rex.
What was wrong with TNT?
Everything.
At least we didn't try and assassinate each other.
But I don't believe that's exactly what happened. Oh, for the love of God! The Guardians are the best superheroes in the world! It's a privilege and an honor to work here. Yes, there's sacrifice. If you children don't like that, get out!
Ooh, that's a great idea. Because I'd rather quit.
The door is over there.
You heard him. Who's coming?
Rex, Jesus.
Who's to say he wouldn't do that to all of us?
That's a little extreme. Fuck it.
I'm out too.
No one even knows what happened.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, gosh.
I'm sorry, Immortal.
He's going with this chick that he likes, so. Well, who's gonna clean this shit up? Well, goddamn.
Are you sure you want to leave it like
Immortal, now you're.
They'll be back.
Now you're drawing a line, though. See, that dude with the purple and gray black dude. Samson, dude, he's being reasonable here. He's trying to make peace.
In prison? I just assumed.
He should be. But Cecil gave him a job instead.
That is the most messed up thing I've ever heard.
Makes more of those things?
Well, they're made out of cadavers, dude.
Yeah, I thought we stopped him, but they just gave him a bigger lab.
What do you think we did with all the Nazi scientists? Operation Paperclip.
No, it's better to know.
No, it wasn't better to know. That's like the shit you shouldn't have told Eve.
I've done more to stop Sinclair.
Now he's gonna walk around with all that trauma for nothing.
Right.
He killed a dozen people, hurt way more, you two included. He would have deserved it.
I've known you since we were 5 years old. It's just not who you are.
If you killed him, you'd be just like him.
No, he wouldn't be. He'd be the guy who killed a murderer.
The little boxes, like they work in a cubicle.
What was that for?
I'm glad you're coming with us.
Oh, it just made logical sense.
I'm sure she didn't have anything to do with it.
Just tell the girl you're leaving for her.
Good advice. I'll consider it.
But there's something else.
I don't know what you mean.
Sure you do.
Invincible is the most powerful.
Hello?
Like a puma.
Invincible fans, we got a DoorDash from a fan. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, now we're going to be hitting pause, but this is Papa John's. I think one of my favorite like chain restaurant pizzas. Like I understand like right now there's a renaissance of nostalgic Pizza Hut people because of the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I like Pizza Hut, but Papa John's was sued because they use better ingredients, better pizza, and they proved in a court of law, but because their ingredients are fresher, they're better, and they won the court case. And when Eric from
Who
Blind,
sued him? Pizza Hut?
I think it was Domino's. I think it was Domino's. So I think when when Eric worked there, they had that printed off on the wall. And he said like his regional manager or whatever was so proud of that. Anyways, guys, so we're going to turn this thing off and then appreciate you. We'll continue the reaction after.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Invincible is the most powerful superhero on the planet.
Hey, now.
It's a simple fact. I might need him on my side.
You always were a cold fish, man. But I'll miss you.
Samson's decent.
Samson's a badass, dude.
When you never called me back, I figured maybe you weren't interested.
Paul, that's not it.
Why do these people reminisce over like, yeah, when you know what I mean?
I was scared to go out for a while.
I'd be scared to stay in.
Dude, why you talk about that shit, dude?
Are they special needs? You never mentioned.
Yes. Well, no, not in the conventional sense.
Paul, shut up.
Can you tell I haven't been out on a date in 20 years?
If it's all too soon.
Dude, shut the fuck up, Paul! Jesus!
Maybe it is. I don't know.
Oh, it's it now. Look, you put that shit in her head. Oh God.
Good job, Paul.
Paul, you jackass.
How we make the houses we live in, the walls we use to protect ourselves.
Can't trust her.
It's better this way.
We have the reanimate on stand.
I think Samson should be the freaking leader.
Invincible wasn't willing to give him another chance. I'm hoping that you'll be more open-minded.
Maybe don't come to the ground like that then.
If you'll have me, I'd be honored to serve.
We'll soldier on. We always do.
And Darkwing?
What about him? I'm tired, Donald. Just spit it out.
It was one thing calling him in when we had no other choice. It's another putting him on the Guardians.
People change, Donald. Bad guys reform. Good guys forget what they're fighting for. It's just how it works.
Cynical now.
My name is Donald Ferguson. I'll be your number one. May I introduce you to the team? He was handpicked by Director Radcliffe, and I trust you'll show him the same energy and respect.
Oh, they know he was the guy in prison.
They think because I was in prison, I'm a fuck-up. And that means they can get away with shit like this.
They don't know you yet.
Yeah, well, if this doesn't change soon, they're gonna learn pretty quickly who I really am.
No match in our system, sir.
It's Omni-Man.
Prep a chopper.
Sir, protocol says we send in the Immortal first. Ask questions later.
We don't know his intentions yet, Donald. And the Immortal tends to communicate with his fists.
And sir, what if he's hostile?
Christmas comes early, and you all get that new director you wanted.
I like that hands-on approach.
God.
I like seeing,
Oh, dude!
Still has gray hair.
You don't look like you're from around here.
I'm from the planet Viltrum. My government sent me here to help protect the people of your world.
Pupils dilated, heart rate elevated. He's an alien, so we don't know his norms. But if he were a human, he'd be lying.
Yeah, no shit. Talk about a fairy tale. You don't get something for nothing in this universe. As long as he saves lives, I don't give a damn about his motivations. But track his movements. Sort of file.
Sir, you were saying?
Darkwing will be fine, Donald. Just leave it be. We can be the good guys. Or we can be the guys that save the world. We can't be both.
Oh, damn. That was such a good episode in so many ways.
So we get Cecil's backstory a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. I thought they were setting up this. He was idealistic, and then he found out the hard way, and now we understand why he's going to do something bad. But no, it led me down a path that's kind of more in the middle. I think he is still trying to do the right thing, still trying to save the world. They're not draining blood out of little kids. You know what I mean? Yeah. He just... so we had a little pizza break in the middle because our Uber guy got here, the Uber Eats guy got here. And we did talk a little bit about the situation between him and Mark. I believe Mark is the one that took it too far and wouldn't have a conversation. Now, I wouldn't like the idea that Cecil put that in my ear, but then when you...
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I don't like... Jeez. I don't like it at all. But when you do all that stuff, you're starting to prove his point. I kind of get why he did it, but yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, because I've been wondering all along, like, Invincible, how do you, if for whatever reason he decides to go rogue one day, how do you control him?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then literally, I'm thinking in my mind as they're having this argument, I'm like, what are you going to do? Just keep throwing more of these, like, robots, cyborgs towards him? Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, he comes out with the earpiece thing. Yeah. I'm like, interesting. Because that was a little while ago that he had that fight with that monster. So...
Yeah. To me, I think Invincible took it way too far. Mm-hmm. And he kept telling him to stand down. He was being very calm. Mark kept escalating it. He escalated it, I think, with his words, his body language. Then he escalated it with violence, and then he escalated by storming out of the Capitol building or the Pentagon, mm-hmm. doing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage, probably our taxpayer money, which I hate.
I know.
I hate that. And then now he started this whole deal, and the other guys on the team, most of them are adults, or they're young people, but they're adults, mm-hmm. and for them to take a side like that without knowing everything that happened, you know what I mean? Like, they just saw Mark screaming and suffering, and he's trying to kill me. Mark, he wasn't trying to kill you. You know what I mean? Like, Cecil has been pretty calm this whole time. Like, I think it's messed up that he put that in his ear. But I think it got to a point where now the situation has become almost this untenable situation. It's because Mark wouldn't listen to reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think the central arc, and we talked about this while we were eating, is can people change? Can people be rehabilitated? And I don't know if there's a straight answer to that. Everyone has a different opinion, but I think that was kind of the theme of this episode, because depending on what your belief is about that, it's going to be depending on whether you're like, Mark, man, you crossed the line, or whether you're like, Cecil, I think you missed. I think you were wrong on this.
I get why he killed Angstrom. I would do it too. And that's an argument against him as well, that he just killed, no consequences, right? Yeah, I believe people can be reformed. I mean, there's people that do heinous things that in my head, I feel like I don't want them to be reformed. I don't want them to be forgiven. I want them just to burn in hell. I know that's just me being very imperfect. But in reality, yeah, some people can be reformed. And it's not, you don't just try to reform every murderer. Like, this guy can help save the world.
Right.
Those are the people we need help from. Mm-hmm. So if he can serve a greater good than just being in a jail cell, why not? Like, saving all those heroes in the last episode was more important than him just rotting in a jail cell. Way more important. Now, I definitely don't think I would have put him on the new, what's the name of their team again?
Guardians.
Yeah, I don't think I would have put him in a Guardians like that. Like, you know, to me, you're still on the bench until we need you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you need, to me, multiple years of showing, like, hey, we can trust you. Because, you know what I mean?
Regaining that trust.
Yeah, I thought Mark was out of control. He was just he was loud, emotional. It was driving me crazy.
And he's like 18 years old. He's still
19.
Young. 19. He's young, you know.
Yeah, he's young. And, you know, we also seen the dedication of Stedman. We've seen his dedication. He's willing to die for the job and for the cause and to save the world.
Right.
Yeah, he said we got to be the guys who save the world. We could be good guys. We'll be the guys who save the world. Well, I don't think they were being
Superman.
I don't think they were being bad guys. I mean, Mark was just being emotional and out of control. Now, I do think when the earpiece thing went in, I think that was a breach of trust. But that's not like, I quit, never working for you again. I'm taking half the crew with me. I start this huge freaking fight, and the Viltrumites are going to be coming here soon, and we need everyone on the same damn page.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the bulk, or at least probably a little more than half the team, to just leave.
Dude, I mean, I like Rex. I've grown to like him even more since he cleaned up, you know, his attitude, and you know, because the way he treated Adam Eve in the first season, and then he's with Duplicate. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be fun.
He was an ass. You know what I mean? But I like him now, but he still has that kind of attitude where he just, I quit. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think of who his voice actor is, too. It sounds so familiar. I don't know. Samson, to me, was the only reasonable one. Samson was trying to make the peace. They were escalating. He was... What are you doing?
This guy.
Let me see him. I've seen him before. I know he is, yeah. Yeah, he's from The League, one of my favorite shows. Okay, I mean, they were escalating. He was trying to de-escalate. Yeah. I thought Mark was escalating things and Cecil was trying to de-escalate. Yeah. So every time I see a fight, sometimes even if I agree or disagree with one person, if they're constantly escalating, even if I feel like I agree with their side of the story, you're escalating instead of de-escalating, dude. Like you're letting things spin out of control.
Right.
I don't like really emotional people like that who are argumentative and they escalate and they go crazy. It drives me nuts. So.
Yeah, and
even if they're right.
The earpiece thing bothers me a little bit, but again, it's just so funny as it came up. I'm like, how would they control him in a situation like this? Like, they had to have thought ahead and thought, in case something goes wrong,
yeah,
and he either goes rogue or they can't control him anymore, or the system breaks down, what means do they have to control the most powerful being on this planet?
Yeah, I mean, nothing really except that.
If he wanted to, he could just go all across the world and just literally kill everybody.
Yeah, he could. I mean, that's what Nolan has done.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that Cecil feels like early on, they knew that Nolan was lying or being dishonest about something.
Yeah.
They probably didn't know that they wanted to enslave the planet. Well, not enslave. They're just going to be a part of the Viltrumite Empire. Now, I don't know what that means for people who are citizens of the Viltrumite Empire, but, I know what it means if you don't want to be part of the Empire. It means they kill you.
Kill you, yeah.
Yeah, so... I think it's fun information that he said, yeah, he's lying.
It's like
World Betterment Committee. That's bullshit.
It's like when Moses went to go save, they could put the blood of the lamb on the doors. So you join, Jesus' empire.
Malachi. Paul seems like a nice guy, but does anyone get the feeling he's kind of a mope?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
shut up.
We learned this in sales when I was younger. I sold cars and other ventures I experimented within. And I think I knew this so well because of all the Glamour and 17 magazines we read in high school when we were collecting information for our book.
It's true.
You know, like it's like a sales situation. Your job is not to make the person over there feel any kind of doubt or anything to make them regret this purchase. Okay? Now, I understand the subtleties of relationships in the early stages. I understand it's good to make the person that you like go up and down. Okay? Because it's better than boring. Once you're boring, even if you're up here and you're good, if it's boring and predictable, that's never good. I get that up and down, but, you know, in the first date or the first whatever, and I know that's not their first date, and I know they're adults, I know they're older, and they're probably trying not to do a lot of bullshitting, but he's making her feel and think of some negative things and bad memories.
Right.
And he should be able to pick that up early on and go, all right, I need to not push this topic. I need to talk about something that's going to make her feel good, make her feel funny, make her feel happy to be here with me, and forget her problems. Not something that makes her remember her problems.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Eve going to college. That's cool. I kind of miss her on the Guardians, but she's obviously still a big part of the story.
She's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, I love Eve. I still haven't watched the movie that takes place between season 1 and 2.
Adam Eve.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark also. I mean, he's young, so you can forgive him. But when they're on the roof, he's like, yeah, the thing we were talking about before. Don't bring that shit up. If anything, she might not have ever brought it up again. She might be like, okay, I'm going to give you a second chance. Just don't bring it up. Like, just don't bring it up, make it awkward. And here he is bringing it up, making it awkward.
Well, he's backed himself into a social corner now.
Yeah, he has. He could have been on that roof, said, instead of that first part he said, he could have just said, I'm really glad you're here. Or he said, I'm glad, I know things aren't perfect between us. Hey, you're acknowledging this awkward problem instead of, you know what I mean? Yeah. And I understand you don't want to ignore problems, but this is one you can kind of ignore unless she makes it very apparent that you guys need to talk about it again. If she's not talking about it, then you don't talk about it. You grab her hand and say, I'm glad you're here. Okay? And that's it. Anyways, I know we're covering other things within the episode, like the dating dynamics and stuff like that, but that's stuff we like to talk about. But overall, the theme is, I think Mark overall, especially in the beginning, was escalating things in a way where I felt like they could have had a conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what would he's found, if he found, hey, Cecil, you were in prison because you shot 2 people? You know what I mean? Like, how would
that have changed anything?
Would that have changed anything?
Yeah.
Mark is obviously very close to the situation because those were his personal cases. His friends were involved. But, yeah, I completely believe that. And I'm saying I think people should be forgiven or reformed. I'm not even saying that as much as I'm saying these particular guys, we need them to help save the world. And that's more important than them being in a jail cell. If we can reform them. If not, then fuck them.
I just miss Seismic.
I always miss Seismic. He's always great in every season, so hopefully he'll be back again. Anyways, guys, that's it. If you want to support us, check us out on Patreon to see the full uncut reaction, and we're going to try to have these up as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye-bye.